We are back! Thank you for all the love on our last video. We're awestruck when we get so many supportive messages, so keep them rolling, people. And when we saw that so many of you are such crazy basketball fans, then we thought of giving you a special treat. Yup, we've heard you. Surprise, surprise! It's another Victor Wembanyama video. By now, we all might be accustomed to his greatness, but at the same time, all of you want to know more about his journey into the NBA. If you're a Wembanyama fan, then don't miss a minute of today's video. How is the French star coping in the American League? How does he feel about playing with some of the greats of the game? This video will have all the details. But before we start, here's the regular reminder to subscribe to our channel and like and share all our videos. Your love is what drives us. Back to Wembanyama now. This staggering guy might give chills to a lot of players on the court. But what's even more impressive than his stat line and structure is the fact that his transition to the NBA has been seamless. He's not even remotely timid, isn't unsure about his game plan, and has accurately identified that he needs to make the most of this opportunity that he has been offered. Victor's strongest characteristic is his determination. He continues to strive for greatness. Not a lot of rookies enter the professional world with such a clear mindset. Despite having French roots, this youngster has become accustomed to NBA basketball. The young player appeared in 46 games within 265 days in France, while in the US he played 46 games in 101 days. Essentially, he shifted from playing a basketball game every 5 to 6 days in Europe to every 2 to 3 days in the US, sharing the court with some of the best players in the world. NBA is no easy feat. We see performances plummet when the pressure gets real. But Victor is unlike what we've ever seen before. Poised, balanced, and super focused. Victor revealed to various publications that despite the high-intensity games, he is fully fit both mentally and physically, thanks to his rigorous regime. Despite great discipline, Victor is still struggling, and honestly, that's normal for any rookie player. It's not all smooth and rosy. Victor has his days too, where the mental pressure of performing in a league like the NBA does get to him. Here's what he recently said in an interview. Wembanyama shared insights into the difficulty of consistently executing the coach's game plan. The expectations are high, and while players give their best, it proves to be mentally draining. Yet, this man works very hard on every facet of the game. Whether it's the game plan, gelling with his teammates, or keeping his own performance at an elite level, he seems to be on top of everything because that's what he's always done. Now you see. Here's where the training matters. Victor has learned to handle the pressure from a very young age. That's helped him cruise through the NBA so well. Wembanyama is already forcing teams to attack areas of the floor where he isn't placed. Yup, folks, that's his power and influence. He is scaring the bigs of the game. But honestly, it doesn't matter because he'll cover more ground in a single stride as most point guards would in 3. The guy's 7'4". Can you beat that? Have you seen this guy grab a defensive rebound and put the ball on the floor? Any defender who hasn't crossed half court by the time he's made his first stride has entirely compromised the defense. Don't believe us? Take a look at it yourself. Although many things have been working in Victor's favor, a major concern for him after entering the NBA is his physical fitness. Some of the elbows he's been receiving are quite hard. Playing an 82-game season isn't a joke, and especially when you have transitioned into a different culture. Wembanyama realizes his shortcomings and is very critical of his performance. Here's what he said when asked about some of the recent fallouts. Sometimes I was off rhythm with the plays and the calls. Wembanyama said, "I think the biggest improvements I've got to do is to be ready to react to the plays that were called by the point guard and stay connected." The NBA 2K24 Summer League hasn't turned out to be the best for this superstar. The 19-year-old scored 9 points on 2 for 13 shooting to go with 8 rebounds, 5 blocks, and 3 assists while tying for the team lead in turnovers. The French phenom misfired on each of his first 5 three-pointers before eventually nailing a bucket late in the fourth quarter that raised the crowd from its seats. It was a total stunner. His team won the game, but Wembanyama admitted that he was clueless most of the time. He's realigning his strategies to make sure that he remains one of the best in the next games. Now, this attitude is very rarely seen in young players. This guy doesn't blame anyone for his game. Instead, focuses on what needs to be done, the improvements he wants to make, and the results he wants to achieve. That's why basketball veterans are eyeing him as the next superstar of the game. It's the attitude, guys. Despite some rough games, Wembanyama averages 20.6 points, 10.2 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 3.3 blocks, 1.3 steals, and 1.6 three-pointers made in just 28.6 minutes. These are not ordinary numbers. And before you get startled, here's some more. The 7'4", 210-pounder leads the NBA in blocks, ranks 13th in the NBA in rebounding, and is 12th in the NBA and top among centers in steals. Moreover, Wembanyama's points per minute, 0.725, is the highest by a rookie since NBA icon Michael Jordan, 0.736. According to ESPN stats and information. Only 23 games are left in the season, and Wembanyama already has the 5th most games with 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 blocks as a newbie since the 1973 season. He has definitely upped it a notch for everyone around him. The bar has been raised. The potential of this star is evident to everyone, from coaches to players. Spurs coach Greg Popovich said that his star rookie has exceeded expectations and evokes memories of Spurs legend and Hall of Famer David Robinson. The coach already has a stringent strategy in place for his top performer. Wembanyama averages 3.5 turnovers, which Coach Popovich stated he'll need to work on. The Spurs coaching staff is also working with Wembanyama on how to adjust the playing high-pressure games in packed arenas and dealing with aggressive defenders who are always on the lookout for the tall man. What works for Wembanyama is that he is a willing learner. There are always two kinds of people. The first, a person who consider themselves right all the time and refuse to see their shortcomings. And the second is a person who knows and identifies their weaknesses and works to make them strengths. They are willing to accept criticism. Wembanyama is clearly the second type. This boy is always listening with open ears, never hesitant to embrace his shortcomings, and try to improve as much as possible. The French player is just 20 years old, but he possesses maturity of someone 3 times his age. You'll find it hard to believe, but Wembanyama's phone goes into sleep mode after 9 p.m. on off days, so he can ensure that he goes to sleep early. Well, the season is still on for this stellar player, and we're quite sure that with the attitude he possesses, he is going to make it big. We'll be giving you all the updates regarding his performances right here on our channel. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you are notified whenever we upload a new video. This channel will be your one-stop entertainment solution. See you next week!